More police officers take their life than are killed in the line of duty. Something's wrong when that's happening. We're not taking care of our officers, and some of our officers are not taking care of themselves.
We've all been shocked and saddened to hear about the reports of law enforcement officers taking their own lives. Just last month, Matthew Kurtz, who was just 34 years old and a detective for the Sayreville Police Department, committed suicide. His police chief mourned his death and talked about the insidious predator that is law enforcement suicides. I wanted to know more, so I went to Princeton House Behavioral Health, which is a treatment facility in Princeton, to speak with Dr. Michael Bizzarro, a psychotherapist that specializes in treating law enforcement and first responders.
The idea of coming forward and saying that I need help is it goes against every grain of who you are.
Bizzarro knows of what he speaks. He used to be a cop himself. He knows the mentality of hypervigilance and anticipating trouble that can lead to an officer's mind turning against him or her and the impact that can have.
The law enforcement or first responder community puts their head on the pillow, and all of a sudden the projector starts to play on everything that happened or could have happened, or you start to second guess, should I have done this, could I have done this, would it have been a different outcome?
Dr. Bizzarro himself dealt with the stress of police work, he says, by drinking.
Alcohol at that time was not a problem, but continued use became a problem.
Soon his life spiraled out of control. He lost his job, he lost his wife, he lost contact with his son, and in his darkest moments, he sat on a bed in a lonely apartment and put a gun to his head.
It felt like when it was there, I couldn't take it away from there. And that's why today I believe it was an act of divine intervention, because my goal was to end the pain.
At the last moment, out of love of his son and feeling that there was a glimmer of hope somewhere, he relented. He turned his life around and changed it, quit drinking, went and got a PhD, and now, with others at Princeton House, he helps serve law enforcement and first responders who need help.
I'm just really happy at this point in my life that I can give back.
Yeah, that's really important.
I'm friends with Pat Colligan, who's the head of the New Jersey Policemen's Benevolent Association. He talked about it. In the last year, 19 police officers took their lives. So far this year, 6.
And in the case of the guy that you spoke to, why didn't he look for help?
When you're a cop and you say, I'm not feeling so well, I need some help, the first thing they do, they take your gun and badge away. That's your identity, that's who you are, that's your protection, and that's a block for a lot of cops. And until police departments change those rules, a lot of other cops may feel they can't go and seek help.
Those rules are in place for a reason. You don't want people who are facing some instability walking around with a gun.
I've had several police sources tell me that this is very simply PTSD. That's what police suffer from, is post-traumatic stress disorder. A hotline called Cop to Cop. An ex-policeman answers the phone. If you are a cop out there, call 1-866-COP, the digit 2-COP, and there is help out there. It's free, and you can talk to another cop about your issues before you do anything to yourself.